Hello everybody, welcome back to the table. Now, I know what you're saying, Eddie, this doesn't look like World at War 85. Well, it's not, but I wanted to come back to this particularly. This is Normandy, Beginning of the End. This is by Draco Ideas. It's part of their Warstorm series. And the reason I wanted to come back to this is because I got an email the other day that, not that it was, not sent to me specifically, but, went out to backers, that they're working on an updated rule set. And I downloaded the rules. And the infantry portion looked pretty much unchanged. It doesn't, they did some typo, instead of fixing typos, little corrections and clarifications. And maybe it is easier to read, I don't know. But for some reason, when I first got this, I backed it. And it came in, and I was so excited because it's a new series for me. It also has a very extensive solo system, which had like information for like every game expansion that they currently have. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. But for some reason, it just didn't gel with me. But then when they said, the 1 point, I think it's 1.1, 1.2, but anyway, a rules rewrite, and I was like, you know what? Let me go through this again. And I read the first part of the rules. So the rules, this is one of those games where they divide it into, here's your infantry, and then later on you can advance and do your armor. So I've not looked at the armor rules at all to know what they're like. Not a clue. So we're going to do infantry for the first battle. So I said to myself, let's set that up. Let's go ahead and play. Because I really want to get this game. The thing that I think bothered me the most was the morale rules. And on a second read through, they're really not that bad. I think I was looking at them just not with a very open mind, maybe. Maybe because it requires a little bit of paperwork, and I didn't want to like that, but I think it'll be okay. And a little bit of paperwork won't hurt. And I'll show you what I mean by paperwork when we get there. Oh, look, I got a turn initiative, the end. Didn't realize I had those floating. I think this is the map for the first scenario. It might be a one mapper. I don't remember if scenario 1 is a 1 or a 2 mapper, but we have a lot of bits and pieces. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I haven't opened this in a while, so I'm just trying to remember what all I need. St. Mary Glees. They have a lot of scenarios, so I thought that was fantastic. That's why I really want to like this. So I gotta find, I believe scenario 1 is in here somewhere. I'm looking at scenario 3, so that's early on. Scenario 9, Panzer Layer counterattack. Now, if you're not familiar with the series, this is also platoon level, so I don't mind comparing and contrasting, how different systems do things. So World at War 85 is modern. You got your Abrams tanks and T-74s, T-72s, T-64s, whatever. Don't judge. But this is, World War II. Now, if I had Nations at War, that might be a better comparison of the two. I should have looked because I'm not finding scenario 1. Where did scenario 1 go? Oh man, there's so much stuff in here. Maybe make sure I don't have scenario 1. There it is. I had it hiding. Yeah, a lot of stuff. There's overlays. I don't think I need an overlay. Yeah, it looks like it's just one map here for the very first scenario, but not that this is an unboxing, but you do get quite a few overlays for some of the later scenarios. There's some beach stuff. So the game looks like it could be potentially a lot of fun. I just, for whatever reason, never gave it a chance. It never hit the table as far as wanting to learn how to play it, and that's a shame because it clearly has a lot of potential, I think. Let's see, I'm going to keep this combat chart. The overlays I'll keep. The rest of the scenarios here, and and there's a bunch. And they're on scenario cards, which I've never had a problem with scenario cards. I think that's fine. Just have it out. But it but it just joins the many charts that a person has to keep track of. I don't think, if I remember, I didn't need anything from the campaign specific rules here. I don't believe I needed anything, but if I do, I'll have to keep in mind that that's in here. German companies and point cost. Minefield charts, yeah. So there could be some bookkeeping. I just don't need to worry about that at the moment. So I'm going to set this to the side. And yeah, so there's the version 2 rules. So I think the latest rules are 2.1. Let's see, I had them in my Dropbox. And like I said, I didn't really notice much of a difference. So let's see. Long Road, Vietnam, Storming the Gap, World at War, Standard Rule. So 2.1. Now I'm not going to do a side-by-side comparison of rules, but they actually didn't. I didn't really see a whole lot of differences. They said like the new rules would be like in purple text, but as I was going through and rereading the infantry stuff, I did not see any purple text. So the purple text kicks in. Oh no, I'm wrong. Right there. Right here. There's some. If an officer is eliminated after having activated his formation. That was like the only purple text for new or clarified stuff that I saw in infantry. And like I said, I didn't really go beyond that. So there very well could be updates to other things as well. So again, not doing a side-by-side comparison of the rules, so I could be wrong. They may have made a lot of changes. See, here's a purple in counter battery is some new stuff. Defensive fire for assault, close assault. See, I didn't even read assault rules, so hopefully nobody here does an assault. We're just going to shoot at each other from distance here. Big section on close assault, hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, so there's a lot of things I didn't read. Because I believe once I got to the end of section 10 of the rules, read scenarios, it says stop. Now you can try scenario 1. It is suggested that you play it twice, once at each side, so that you can practice basic defensive and offensive infantry tactics, which did not include assault. So yeah, we're just going to get next to each other, maybe adjacent at the closest, and then just shoot away. So no assaults. So I've got the latest rules, and let's set up. Now, that's the part that might take a little bit of time here. Here's all the charts. I'll set them off to the side. I might not even need all of these charts. Let's see. I don't think I need a battalion morale chart. Yeah, I probably won't need that. I probably won't need the penetration charts for, the vehicles. Yeah, because I'm sure I'm making this more complicated than it seems. But this is kind of where the struggle was. It doesn't really say who I need. So I'm just going to go with Alpha Company. So that's a Echo. There's an Alpha. Echo, Charlie, Foxtrot, Bravo, Foxtrot, Delta, Delta, Charlie, Golf, Bravo, Charlie, Bravo. So there is them. Okay. So that's 3 airborne, 1 officer, 3 airborne, and then 1, 4, 3. Oh, okay. So if I remember right, if I bring this to you, so it says here it's 1 officer times 3 airborne times 1 4-3 rated MG42 times 3. So that means I need 3 sets of that. So I'm going to need an Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and then each one will have a supporting machine gun because that's times 3. Okay, so cool. I need 3 companies, so I'm going to have like a battalion out here. We'll get that in a second then. Let me find the machine gun, which I've got some down here. So this is a 4.3 MG42. Okay. And they don't look like they're necessarily assigned to... Oh, here's one that says Alpha on it. So I have an MG42 4.3 A Alpha. So there you go. I'm hoping that's right. So I'm going to say that is 1 company. You got some platoons, you got a support machine gun. Boom. Alright, then we're going to do the same thing here. So I need to get Bravo and Charlie out. So Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. Yeah, I know I'm kind of zoomed out, so you can't really see what I'm doing. So why don't I kind of come down here, and of course then my fingers will be in your way, but you know, fingering is what it is. Bravo company. And there's a Charlie company. See, then we have, let me set those there for just a second. I'll make sure I don't have any lingering. So there's Delta, Delta, Golf, Foxtrot, Golf, Delta, Echo, 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 Foxtrot, Foxtrot. So off to the side here then, we'll make sure we have, I haven't got their officers yet, but here's a Charlie, Bravo. I'm making sure they're on their full strength side. Charlie, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie. Alright, that looks legit. So it looks like they got like a couple just regular rifle squads and then one squad with like a supporting machine gun. That's fine. Their firepower is a little bit different. They have, as we read through the rules, they have a semi-automatic fire. That's why their combat value here is red. So this is your AP value, which is like your anti-personnel value. And red, I'm trying to remember, I think they add like a +1. I'll have to look it up. But they get an extra bonus when firing because they have, you know, automatic weapon support. The Americans have, most of them have a red AP value because of they have like the M1 Garand and stuff. They have semi-automatic rifles, so they get a little bit better, a little boost in combat. Then they also get MG42s to support them. Now I just got to find the, oh, there's another Alpha one. Okay. MG, well, okay. There. Haha. Now, this was my first bit of, I just confused myself because see, that one is Alpha, and that one is also Alpha, but this has got the blue for airborne, so I'm just going to make the assumption that, boom, the little blue matches the half shaded background there. So I found, hopefully that's the proper machine gun for them. Then we got to find Bravo machine gun. Bravo. And there should be a Charlie in here somewhere. Yeah, probably the biggest thing is I just don't have these organized very well, but you know, you deal with it. There's another Bravo machine gun. But I am trying to find a Charlie. If I can't find one that specifically has a Charlie designator on it, I'll just give them a generic. Well, there's one for Delta, so there must be a Charlie in here somewhere. Delta, Delta. Yeah, there's a Charlie one. I just got to find the airborne Charlie one. That way they all have a pretty blue. There's one. Alright, there we go. So there you go. You got your three platoons, and you got a support section of the MG42. Now they need their officers. Got to find the airborne officer. That is Charlie's officer. Right there. So shaping up. And then we need a Bravo. Okay, that is not. They got the red. That's like a replacement officer. Okay, there's Deltas. Oops, who are you? Foxtrot. Replacement. Another Alpha. Bravo. Echo. Where's... Golf. Well, am I missing? Who are you? Engineer officer. I seem to be missing an airborne officer. Okay. It's not you. It's me. It's not you. Delta. Golf, Foxtrot. This red, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm doing all this work over here. Okay, the red stripe is like a replacement. So, oh, this is an airborne heavy weapons officer. Bravo. Yeah, I don't have a Charlie. Well, that sucks. It's possible that I had a Charlie officer at some point and they have, who knows where they've gone. So what I will do is cry, because I hate not having a piece that I thought I needed. So I'm going to use an officer. I'm going to use the Foxtrot officer, because it's possible I did drop the airborne officer in here, because I've got, you know, I got a huge section of armor officers, motorized. I mean, and then they can shoot people who are coming at them. You know, you could do something like that. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe that's what we'll do. The thing is with stacking, this is one of those games where you're stacked. You're not attacking necessarily just one unit within the stack. You're attacking the hex, and then damage is distributed amongst the platoons that are in there. You know, so there's rules for that. But generally, it's you know, if you had experienced and veteran, it gets a little convoluted. Not really. I'm sure once we play it would make sense. But in the basic, what I have here is the hits are distributed equally among the units. So stacking seems like it would be a smart thing to do. Could be. So we'll do that. We'll stack them. We'll stack them. And that's what I'll do here. So the other hex I have will be 912 right here. Now it's going to be Charlie Company. So we'll do the same thing. We'll put a couple rifle platoons, well, I should say airborne platoons with him. And since that's Charlie, then we'll put a machine gun and platoon. We'll put him here. Then we got Bravo. Bravo will go on to B1212, which is right down here. And again, we'll just do the same thing. And then they'll have a machine gun in the house. So good luck taking the house. There we go. Deploy the attack. Oh, this is another thing too. The American player is the attacker in this case. So it looks like we're moving. Well, it's weird to say we're the attacker, but I guess even though the Germans are going to be off map here, they got to come onto the map. It would almost seem like the German player would be the attacker because they're off map and they got to come on and do something. But they're going to start off, and I guess in a way that gives a little flexibility. But it says they start near specific hexes. So B700, we're going to assign that to Alpha Company. Now they're going to come in